My best wishes to all the viewers. Now you are welcome to DT Studio. Now I am discussing the subject surveying 2 in specific trigonometrical survey, trigonometrical leveling, trigonometrical survey, which is prescribed by the Board of Technical Examinations, Directorate of Technical Education in Karnataka, Bangalore. Now, already we have discussed in the previous 2 classes, we have discussed about the trigonometrical functions, trigonometrical leveling. I have given all the fundamentals. Now, today also, I will 10-15 minutes, I will repeat the previous, whatever we have discussed in the previous classes. And today, I will discuss few problems, how to determine the elevations and distances of the given objects. Now, there are certain examples, problems. So let us discuss about it. Now, accordingly, now see trigonometrical leveling. Trigonometrical leveling is the method of determining the elevations of the objects and also the distances by employing or by measuring the horizontal angles, vertical angles, and also by measuring the distances which we are able to reach the locations to the object, isn't it? Now we know that the important instrument which is being used to measure the horizontal and vertical angles is the theodolite. I think we have discussed about this elaborately in the previous classes. And also in the similar way, don't forget the fundamental basics of trigonometrical functions: sin theta, cos theta, then tan theta, and the sine rule and cos rule. Please don't forget it, and also the Pythagoras theorem. Now, if you know these things, now definitely it is possible we can find out or we can calculate the elevations and distance of any given object from using the trigonometrical functions. Now, already we have discussed about this. Now, how to find out the elevation of this object? To find the elevation, normally we have classified this into that is 3 categories. Now, this is one where this object we can how to find out the elevation of this object. It is simple. From the instrument station to the object we can reach. That is one method. That is a method determining the elevation. Now, whose object we can reach. It is the base of the object is accessible. We can measure the horizontal distance and measure the vertical angle from instrument station to the object. And the other classification is to find out the elevation of the object far away from the instrument station, and we are not able to reach the station. This is an object. We are not able to reach the object. Now, similarly, we are not able to reach the object of these two, object 2 and object 3, but we can calculate the distance between the object 2 and 3. Now, without reaching or without measuring the distance from the instrument station to the object. This is another method, isn't it? Now, please note. Now, always the elevation is calculated. Elevation of the object is calculated with respect to the instrument axis, isn't it? This h, height of the instrument, height of the object above the instrument axis when the instrument is level. Now, this is classified. Base of the object is accessible, base of the object inaccessible, base of the object inaccessible, but not in the same vertical plane. Isn't it? I will come back. Okay. Then, now this is the first base of the object is accessible. It is simple method. Now, first to install the instrument, measure the horizontal distance from the instrument station to the object by using chain or tape, and then take a backside on the benchmark, then measure the vertical angle. Our problem is solved. Calculate the height distance using the triangle. This triangle, the triangle using this triangle, this H is equal to, that is, H can be calculated, d tan alpha. Alpha is measured vertical angle from the instrument station, and right is the elevation of the object calculated. Now, simple method, we know the elevation of this object is equal to benchmark plus the benchmark plus staff reading plus H. Simple method when the base of the object is accessible. And similarly, the same thing, now it is base of the object is accessible, measure the distance, measure the vertical angle, then find out the height. H is equal to d tan alpha. Simple method, simple process. The another method, that is another method of determining the elevation of the object whose base cannot be reached or we are not able to measure the distance. Isn't it? So therefore, please note, install the instrument in a convenient place near the object where we need to calculate the elevation and distance of the object. Install the instrument, then level it, make the line of sight horizontal, then take a back sight on the benchmark, stop reading, then measure the vertical angle. This is alpha 1. Similarly, at a known distance, locate another instrument station at a distance b conveniently. Usually it is one chain length. Then shift the instrument to the next station and make the line of sight horizontal and note down that is stop reading on the benchmark and measure the vertical angle, that is alpha 2. Isn't it? After measuring this alpha 1 and alpha 2 and also the distance known, there are 3 data known. Alpha 1 is known, alpha 2 is known, and the distance between the two stations is known, and the staff reading, that is from station A and from station B is known. Then we can calculate alpha, that is D is equal to, or H is equal to, H can be calculated, that is D tan alpha 1, and H can be calculated from the second instrument station using this triangle. Now this is the triangle, this triangle, from this triangle, H is equal to, that is D plus B tan alpha 2. Isn't it? Now H is same, when you consider the triangle, the first triangle, that is Q, A and Q dash, and the second triangle, Q, B and Q dash, the second triangle. In both the cases, in both the triangles, H remains same. Therefore, H is equal to, considering the first triangle, that is alpha 1 angle, that is H is equal to D tan alpha 1. And similarly, considering the second triangle, that is QB, Q dash, now this triangle, now this is H is equal to again, that is B plus D tan alpha 2, B plus D tan alpha 2. Isn't it? Now H is same in both the triangle, equate them, then find out the D. Isn't it? Find out D can be calculated from this equation, that is this, from this formula, that is B tan alpha 2 divided by tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. We can calculate from this equation. Isn't it? Just, it is not the equation, it is derived from considering the triangle. The first triangle, that is this triangle alpha 1, and the second triangle by considering the alpha 2. Isn't it? So equate the H in both the cases, and that will give this format. Isn't it? Now B is known, we know this, B is known, that is fixed by ourselves. Then alpha 1 is measured from the first station, and alpha 2 is measured from the second station. Now from this, the only D is unknown, we can calculate D. So this is the one case, and in this case, now we see in both the instrument station setup, the line of sight is same, but in practice, now little difficult to achieve this, isn't it? Now making the line of sight in both the instrument station, that means that is to read the staff reading from both the station is little bit difficult to do that, isn't it? It needs little more time. It takes more time to do that job, isn't it? To achieve this position of the instrument in both the stations. Therefore, now this is when the instrument axis at A and B are at the same level. Not little difficult to achieve this. Now therefore, now this is when the instrument axis A and B are at different level. That is, one is the instrument station, instrument axis is lower, and here the instrument axis at V is higher, isn't it? Now repeat the entire process. The only difference between this and this case, the first case and the second case, is here the instrument axis in both the instrument station is same. So whereas here in the second case, the instrument axis are at different levels. In the first case, the instrument axis, when the instrument is set up at A, the instrument axis is lower level, and in the second case, the instrument axis is at the higher level. Isn't it? Now, therefore, now see from the first station, install the instrument, then measure the vertical angle, then take the back side, that is S1, stop ready on the benchmark, and similarly measure the vertical angle. And then at a known distance, shift the instrument to the second station, shift the instrument to the second station B, and repeat the process. Measure, make the line of sight horizontal, and measure the back side or the stop ready on the benchmark. Now, this indicates that which instrument axis is lower and which instrument axis is higher, isn't it? Now, this indicates, the stop reading indicates that which instrument axis is lower and which instrument axis is higher. Now again we have that is alpha 1, alpha 2 data we have, and B is known, and similarly S1 is known, and S2 is also known, isn't it? Now consider the first triangle. Now from here to here, that is H1 from the first station. H1 is equal to, that is H1 is equal to D tan alpha 1. Now H1 is equal to D tan alpha 1. H1 is not known, D is not known, only alpha 1 is known, isn't it? So therefore, now let us write that is equation 1. And similarly, now consider the second equation. So now let us in the second instrument station, that is at B. Now let us modify our triangle, isn't it? To calculate the elevation and distance, let us modify the triangle. In the second station, strictly speaking, that is Q, B1, B and Q dash, Q2 dash, isn't it? Now this is the triangle. If you consider this triangle, again there is a problem, isn't it? B is known, D is known, D is not known, H2 is not known. Now therefore, now we have modified this triangle. We have modified just to project the line of sight to the lower level. Just project the line of sight from the second station to the lower axis, isn't it? Just a projection. You project it. Now I think we know that the difference between S1 and S2. Now this distance B1 and B2. Can we calculate B1 and B2? What is B1 and B2? B1 and B2 distance is equal to what's happening? Yes, S2 minus S1. The difference between the two, stop reading, isn't it? The S1 is known. And alpha 2 is already calculated. The same line projected. Therefore, this is alpha, and this is alpha 2, and this is also alpha 2, isn't it? Now, therefore, now consider this triangle, this small triangle. That is now B1, B dash, B1 and B2. Now this triangle, consider this triangle. Now alpha 2 is known and SC is known. Alpha 2 is known and SC is known. Now solve this problem, isn't it? Solve the triangle. When you solve this triangle, we will get that is B1, B dash, B2, B dash, B2. Now this distance from here to here. Now this can be calculated. Now that is equal to, by solving the triangle, we are going to get that is B2 B dash is equal to S cot alpha 2, isn't it? S cot alpha 2. From the triangle, that is B1 B2. Now this is B1 B dash is yes. The difference between the two stop reading is this. Now therefore we can calculate this distance, isn't it? Now after calculating this distance, now this becomes B2 BB2 is equal to S cot alpha 2. Now it is from S we have, do we have the data for S? We have S1 minus S2 minus S1. And alpha 2 do we have? Yes, it is measured from the station, isn't it? Second station, instrument station. Therefore, B2 can be calculated. This is known. So B is known, and this B2 is also known, isn't it? So therefore, now you let us consider the second triangle. So this is the triangle from Q B1 to Q dash. Now, in the earlier case, we have considered the triangle Q dash. Now, in the second case, now we are considering the Q, that is B1 Q dash, isn't it? So, because if you consider this in both the triangle, the height above the instrument axis is H1, isn't it? So, therefore, H1 is equal to considering the first triangle, the H1 is equal to, that is D tan alpha 1, D tan alpha 1. Then consider the second triangle, that is modified triangle. Modified triangle, that is QB1 Q dash. The modified triangle, now by considering this, now the B is increased by B1 B dash, isn't it? The second triangle, in the second triangle, B is increased by this distance, that is equal to S cot alpha 2. S cot alpha 2. Isn't it? Therefore, now considering the second triangle, now this triangle, now S is now H1 is equal to H1. H1 is equal to, that is D plus B plus S cot alpha 2. Isn't it? S cot alpha 2. Now in the S known, cot alpha 2 known, and B is also known, alpha 1 is known, alpha 2 is known. Now easily we can calculate the H1, isn't it? Now the rest we can do it, with the rest we can calculate it. Now you substitute this for H1, so D can be calculated, isn't it? D can be calculated, H1 and H2 can also be calculated, isn't it? After calculating this, now the elevation of this point, elevation of this object, isn't it? Q. Now benchmark plus stop reading S1 plus H1. H1 is the height of the instrument object above the instrument axis 1, isn't it? Then similarly, our benchmark plus S2 plus H2. H2 is the height of the object above the instrument axis when the instrument is at B, isn't it? Second station, isn't it? Now this is how we can calculate. Now in the first case, B tan alpha 2, tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. Now in the second case, now this B is increased by S cot alpha 2. In the second case, B is increased by S cot alpha 2, S cot alpha 2. And therefore, now similarly, now see in this case, both the instrument axes are at same level. In the second case, the instrument axes are at different level. In the nearer instrument station to the object is lower level, and farther instrument station, the instrument axis is higher. Isn't it? Understood? So we have another case, that is now vice versa. Sometimes it is not possible to achieve every time the same thing. Sometimes this will go upward and this will come the lower level, isn't it? Now therefore, now in that situation, see now this is, if you consider this the third case, case 3, instrument axes are at different level, isn't it? Here, now repeat the process, isn't it? The first is the difference between the first and second is, that is instrument axis in the first case A is above and the instrument axis in the second case is below. That is the only difference. Now repeat the entire process. Install the instrument, perform all temporal adjustments, then make the line of sight horizontal, measure the S1, that is take the back side, then measure the vertical angle alpha 1, and similarly shift the instrument to the known distance, that is the chain length, then install the instrument, perform all the temporal adjustments, and measure the stop reading on the benchmark, then again measure the vertical angle, isn't it? Vertical angle alpha 2. Now after doing this, now consider the first triangle, now this triangle, now that is Q, A and Q1. Considering this triangle, consider the first triangle with alpha 1. Now H1 is equal to d tan alpha 1. It is a simple trigonometrical function, isn't it? Then for the second one, if you consider the second triangle, that is QBQ2. Now what we have done, we have modified the triangle into that is QB1Q1. We have modified the triangle, isn't it? The triangle is modified. Now how it has been modified? Now see, now along the line of sight in the second case, second instrument station, line of sight. So you just project a line from B where it coincides with the first horizontal axis. The line of sight of the second instrument is coinciding with the first instrument axis. You just drop a line that becomes B2, B1 and B2. Now see, now let us calculate this distance from here to here. Now we already have measured, and we know that the distance it is fixed by ourselves. Then let us calculate this distance because we are modifying the triangle now. Now the triangle is from here to here, QB1, Q2. There is a triangle. Now therefore, now this is alpha 2 and this is also alpha 2, same line with respect to horizontal line, that is alpha 2. Now this is this distance. Now this is B1, B2. What is the B1, B2 is how much? That is S1 minus S2. The difference between the two stop reading, isn't it? Two stop reading. Then see, and again alpha 2 is known, this distance is known. Now let us calculate this BB2. Now you solve the triangle. Alpha 2 is known, S is known from this triangle. Now this gives, so this distance, it is equal to S cot alpha 2, S cot alpha 2. See, in the previous case, now this B distance fixed by ourselves in doing this procedure. The B is here decreased. Now therefore consider this triangle Q, B1 and Q1. Consider the second triangle. Again H1 is equal to. Now here considering the first triangle with alpha 1, H1 is equal to d tan alpha 1. Considering the second triangle, that is QB modified triangle QB1 Q1, isn't it? Now therefore again H1 is equal to this H1 is equal to what is going to happen now? Now from here. Now what is the distance? This distance from here to here distance B minus S cot alpha 2, B minus S cot alpha 2, isn't it? B minus S cot alpha 2. Now therefore, B plus B minus S cot alpha 2. Now that is what we have written here, isn't it? Now this B get reduced here. Now if you consider this triangle, B is reduced. Suppose in the previous case, now here B is increased by S cot alpha 2. Our problem is solved, isn't it? Therefore, now see in this case, the first case when both the instrument axes are at the same level, now this is simple B tan alpha 2, that is tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha. Whereas the same equation, the same formula, isn't it? Now here B is increased by yes. Now you must remember carefully, you must note down that is the always consider the first instrument station is the reference, isn't it? The second instrument station is the second instrument station, isn't it? Always we are referring to with respect to, that is one methodology, one system you have adopted. Not necessary you have to do, you have to follow this system. Whatever way in which you want, no, that is to understand more by saying this, no, this is the reference, isn't it? With respect to this reference, isn't it? Now here the instrument station is lower, now whereas here the instrument station is higher, isn't it? Now in the second case, now this becomes vice versa, isn't it? Now in the previous case, this B get increased. This equation is modified into it is B plus S cot alpha, because B is increased here, isn't it? Now if we consider the next case, now what is going to happen here? B is reduced, isn't it? B is reduced. Now therefore B minus S cot alpha 2. The same equation, the first one what we have derived, the same thing. The here in case of this distance B1 in the one previous case is increased. In this case the B is get reduced. Then our problem is solved, isn't it? Once you get D, then calculate D. H1 is equal to D tan alpha 1. Simple, isn't it? Then H2 is equal to B is known, D is known, H2 is equal to, isn't it? That is H2 is equal to B plus D tan alpha 2. Simple, isn't it? Once you get D, our problem is solved. Okay. Then let us see. See, in the previous class I told you that see, for example, now this is the instrument station where your object, isn't it? Where you need to calculate the elevation of the object, isn't it? Right? Now this is the first instrument station and the second instrument station B, isn't it? Just behind, isn't it? Object, first instrument station and the now in the first instrument station, please install and make all the necessary arrangement, that is temporary arrangements. Then make the line of sight horizontal, take a backside on the benchmark, then measure the vertical angle, isn't it? After doing so, transit the telescope, isn't it? Transit the telescope is directing, isn't it? Front side. Now you just transit the telescope, just rotate the telescope. When you rotate the telescope and identify the point, now it is convenient to you, maybe 30 meter, 50 meter, whatever you want, isn't it? Then instrument station 2, then instrument station 1 and the object, they are in the same vertical plane, isn't it? No, it is called single plane method. Understood? It is called single plane method. Okay, whatever so far we have discussed now, the cases when the instrument axes are at same level, instrument axes are at different level, now both are single plane method. Okay, understood? Now if you come to this, the next one, isn't it? And the another case. Now see, now this is the object where you need to calculate the elevation of this, isn't it? Not able to install the instrument station. Object, we are not able to install the instrument at a convenient place. Then we may need to install the instrument in the other place, isn't it? Instrument station, object, that is one plane, isn't it? Instrument station and object, it is one plane. And move the instrument to the other station, isn't it? Not exactly behind it. It is not in one line, single line, isn't it? Now this instrument is moved to the second station, isn't it? Now this is instrument station and the object. This is one plane, another plane. This is one plane and this is the instrument station and the instrument object. Now this is another plane. Now it is called double plane method, isn't it? Do you know the difference between this? Instrument station, isn't it? Just transiting, locate the distance, locate the second station and the object from this instrument station and also from the second instrument station, bisecting the object in the same line, isn't it? Same vertical plane. Now it is called single plane. Now instrument station, object, bisect the object, isn't it? Make the vertical angle, isn't it? Measure the vertical angle and calculate, take a backside on the benchmark wherever it is. Then locate another station, isn't it? 30 meter, 50 meter. Then shift the instrument to the another station, isn't it? Another station. Then measure the vertical angle, take the backside, isn't it? On the benchmark. Now this forms the triangle, isn't it? In the ground. Instrument station. Whereas in the single plane method, there is no triangle formation. It is the triangle will form only in the vertical plane, isn't it? Now, whereas in the double plane method, that is, this is one plane, isn't it? Vertical plane, and this is the another vertical plane, isn't it? For the same object, the same thing it is shown here, isn't it? This is the instrument station 1, and the vertical angle measured, and one backside is measured taken, isn't it? And similarly, move the instrument to the another station, isn't it? Here, see, now this is Q, A, and Q dash, Q1. Now this is one plane, isn't it? And this is another plane, the second triangle, that is Q, B, and Q dash is another plane. Isn't it? There are two planes. It is called single plane. Now, in the previous case, only one plane, vertical plane. The triangle will be formed only in the vertical plane. Whereas in this case, in the double plane method, it is, isn't it? Double plane method, we are not able to reach the object, isn't it? Install the instrument, make the necessary arrangement, or that is temporary arrangement, isn't it? Make the line of sight horizontal, take the soft reading on the benchmark, then measure the vertical angle. One job is done, isn't it? How many data we have now? We have vertical angle and soft reading. Then measure the another disconvenient distance, maybe 1 meter, one chain length, maybe 100 meter, no 150 meter, 200, conveniently, you are convenient, isn't it? Then move the instrument to the next station. Then perform all temporary adjustments. Then take back seat on the benchmark, isn't it? Then measure the vertical angle, match out the vertical angle. And also you need to measure the horizontal angle, isn't it? In the first instance, you need to measure the first case in the first instrument station, isn't it? Install, make the line of sight horizontal, and measure the soft reading. Note down the soft reading on the benchmark. Then measure the vertical angle alpha 1, and also measure the horizontal angle where you are going to install the second instrument station. Here in the horizontal plane, horizontal angle, and in the vertical plane, angle, isn't it? Then move the instrument to the second station, isn't it? Second station, repeat the process, then measure the vertical angle alpha 2 and horizontal angle again, isn't it? Horizontal angle. There are two horizontal angles we have now, isn't it? And we know the distance between the first instrument station and the second instrument station. And we have measured the vertical angle, and we have measured the vertical angle, that is alpha 1 we have, alpha 2 we have, isn't it? Distance between these two we have, isn't it? Right? And also we have that is soft reading S1 and S2. Now first solve the triangle, isn't it? Now in the ground it forms the triangle, isn't it? In the ground it forms the triangle. Instrument station 1, instrument station 1, 2, and the object. This is the triangle. We have measured the horizontal angle theta 1, we have measured the horizontal angle theta 2, and we have measured the vertical angle alpha 1, and we have measured the vertical angle alpha 2, isn't it? How many data we have now? Alpha 1, alpha 2, theta 1, theta 2, and also soft reading S1 and S2, isn't it? Understood? Now, considering this triangle, object station 1 and station 2, considering this triangle, that is, solve the triangle. This distance is known, distance between the two instrument stations is known. Solve the triangle from instrument station A to the object, find out the distance, isn't it? By solving the triangle, we can apply the same rule. Apply the same rule, that is, applying the same rule, we can calculate the distance from the first instrument station to the object. And also we can calculate the distance between the second instrument station to the object, isn't it? D1 is known, we can calculate the D1 by solving this triangle. D1 is known, and D2 is also known from the second instrument station to the object. D2 is also known. From the measured data and the calculated distance, now this we can calculate the height above the instrument axis. Now this is the first instrument station, this is the horizontal line, This is the height of the instrument above the instrument axis when the instrument is in the first station. Calculate this H. H is equal to height of the instrument, height of the object above the instrument axis, the first instrument axis, isn't it? This is alpha 1. It is D1 tan alpha 1. D1 tan alpha 1 is the height of the instrument axis above the, that is H1, isn't it? From the first station, it is H1, isn't it? Similarly, that is D2 is calculated. D2 is calculated from the triangle in the base. dt is equal to, that is d2 calculated, and h2 is equal to, that is h2. That d2 tan alpha 2. Isn't it? Simple problem. Isn't it? This after doing this, now the elevation of P is equal to elevation of this object is equal to, that is object elevation of this object is equal to benchmark plus backside, benchmark plus top reading plus H1, or benchmark plus top reading from the instrument second station, then H2 is equal to, in both the cases we should get the same answer, isn't it? Okay, right? So this is how what I have explained now. See, we consider the triangle. Now this is the triangle from the, and the triangle at the base. Calculate the solve this triangle, that is solving the triangle, we are going to get, that is we will get the, by solving the triangle, solve this triangle, that we can calculate the distance. It is d1 and the distance t2. So this is how apply this rule and we can calculate it, isn't it? Yeah. Now this is a simple problem given in the, now to find out the elevation of this object. Now first read the problem carefully, then better if you draw a line diagram, isn't it? That gives more meaning and you can understand in a better way, isn't it? Now this is the problem given. Now it is vertical angle is measured to the top way, isn't it? Right. Now this is 4 meters above the instrument, that is the foot of the. Okay. So this is given. A vein 4 meters above the foot of the stop was sighted at a point 202,000 meters from the instrument station, isn't it? So the observed vertical angle is 2 degrees 30 minutes. The reduced level of the Trunnion axis is, Trunnion axis means that is horizontal axis, no? RL of the instrument axis is there. So simple method. Now just calculate the, that is distance is known, isn't it? Distance is known. Calculate this height, isn't it? Calculate the height h, isn't it? D tan alpha, simple, D tan alpha. H is equal to D tan alpha, isn't it? 2 degrees 30 minutes. Then minus, that is 4 meters, minus 4 meters, that gives the RL of the stop station. Simple problem, isn't it? And now in the previous class I explained about this, the effect of curvature and refraction, isn't it? For us, now this is the curvature and refraction effect. This has to be deducted from the stop reading, or the difference, that is the error should be added to the RL. With either of the two, we can apply it. When the sides are too large, isn't it? When the sides are, so for example, this is the curvature effect. This is the curvature effect. So it is the distance from the instrument station to the object is too small. Then the error effect will be less, isn't it? Then you have to decide while calculating it. Okay, the same problem. What we have discussed now. Then solution. This is the solution for the problem. And the another problem, second problem, isn't it? The instrument was set up at station P, and the angle of depression to a vein 2 meters above the foot of the stop held at Q was 5 degrees 35 minutes, isn't it? Now this is the base of the foot. This is the base of, no, this is the foot of the vein, Now it is 2 meters above the foot of the foot, and the horizontal distance between P and Q from here to here is 3000 meters. Isn't it? 3000 meters. Determine the RL of the substation. It is also simple method. First, let us calculate the H. Isn't it? Calculate H and calculate H. H is equal to d tan alpha. Simple problem. Then calculate the RL of this. To calculate the RL of this, that is benchmark plus top reading plus H plus 2 meter minus H minus 2 meter, and the RL of this point is, isn't it? Simple calculation. Isn't it? Okay. And the solution for that problem by applying the correction of curvature and refraction. Isn't that? The another problem it is, and similarly, the one more example, that is to calculate the height of the object. To calculate the height of the object, it is a simple problem. See, in this problem, the object is only calculate the height of the object. The instrument is installed, benchmark is given, and the staff reading is given. Vertical angle to the, that is angle of elevation is given, angle of depression is given. Then calculate H1 and calculate H2. H1 is equal to D is given, distance between the instrument station to the object is given, isn't it? Therefore H1 and H2, H1 plus H2 is the height of the object. Sometimes it will be asked in the examination also, isn't it? And sometimes you may need to calculate from the field also. In the field, when you go to the field, then you may need to calculate this. Isn't it? That is solution of the same problem. And now these are the examples we normally asked in the examinations, isn't it? Now please note, now when the instrument station are at the same level, in the first instrument station it is given. In the first instrument station, alpha 1 is given as 23 degree 45 minutes, and in the second station, the alpha 2 is given as 39 degree 28 minutes, and the distance between the instrument station to the station 1 to the instrument station 1 to the instrument station 2 is 80 meters, and RL is given, and staff reading is also given. Now, how to calculate the elevation of this object, isn't it? Simple problem, very simple problem. Therefore, to find out H is equal to, first let us find out H is the height of the instrument, height of the object above the instrument axis. Please note, H is not the height of the building or height of the, isn't it? Height of the object above the instrument axis, isn't it? Please remember this. H is height of the instrument axis above the instrument axis, and H is equal to, it is D tan alpha 1, and H is equal to D plus B tan alpha 1, and equate them, we will get H1. Isn't H is, we are going to get it. After getting H, after obtaining the H, height of the instrument axis above the instrument object, above the instrument axis, now we can calculate the elevation of P. The elevation of P can be calculated like, it is benchmark plus top reading plus H. Our problem is solved, isn't it? Simple problem. So it is the solution, it is written here. That is, isn't it? Same thing, what we have discussed, isn't it? D is equal to B tan alpha 2 divided by tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2, and substitute the values. We are going to get H is equal to 121 meter, 128. Then we can calculate the height, isn't it? Distance and height. Okay. Same problem. The solution, it is the solution for the problem. And another example. Now here, the instrument. Now this is the example given. Another example is given here with the instrument station at a different level, isn't it? Instrument axis are at different levels, isn't it? Now it is given from the instrument station 1A, first station, alpha 1 is given data, and from the instrument station 2, alpha 2 is given 8 degree 5 minutes, and H1 is stop reading 1 and stop reading 2 is also given. Benchmark is given. Now please calculate the HA, that is instrument station. Height of the instrument axis above the height of the object above the instrument axis 1, and similarly this is HV, it is the height of the instrument axis, that is the height of the object above the instrument axis V, isn't it? Now calculate HA and HV and equate them. We are going to B is known, isn't it? B is known, D can be D, calculate D, applying that is already we have discussed in elaborately, that is B is get reduced. B is reduced by, now here B is get reduced, no? B length is reduced here from the modified triangle. Now think, applying, substitute B is known, alpha 2 is known, isn't it? Alpha 1 is known, and H cut alpha 2, that is S cut alpha 2 is known. Now substitute the values here. The only D is unknown here for the equation. That is, in this case, in this problem, now it is B is reduced by H cut alpha 2, isn't it? Then substitute the values. The RL of B can be calculated from the benchmark plus stop reading, then stop reading HV. Similarly, benchmark, stop reading, and HA, whatever way you want to calculate, you can calculate it, isn't it? And similarly, now that is solution of the same problem. So yes, there is another problem of the similar kind. The only difference is instrument axis, isn't it? In the previous case, the distance B is get reduced. So in this case, B is increased, isn't it? The data is given here. Now that is for the given data. Now the diagram has been plotted here, drawn. Now, so similarly, you just apply, you substitute the values. So here, now see B here, in this case B is reduced, isn't it? B plus, now the B is reduced. Please make a correction, it is B, not D. No, it is 21 meter B plus, so from here to here, the modified triangle. Now substitute the values, and we are going to get the value of RL, that is P, RLP, benchmark plus stop reading, then HA, benchmark plus stop reading, and HV. Now accordingly, which triangle you are considering, based on that you can calculate the value. Okay, that is another example we have. Now let us solve this problem in the next class. The next class, along with that is tacheometric survey. We call it comment. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you all. Thank you for your participation.